Hi everyone, I hope you guys are doing well tuning into the channel today. We are going to get messages from Sun God. We are first going to focus on physical ailments because that's the energy of Lion's Gate around this time. You have 3 pictures in front of you. Mentioning it again, there's a lot of focus on the physical and feeling good in our body because eventually we are human beings with organs, muscle, bone, blood, and that's where Sun God actually really helps us. Okay. Other than the 3 pictures, we have 3 cards. This is the first one, which says the mother. This is the second card, which says self. And this is the third card, which says the father. And as is usual, there are groups of colors associated with each of the piles. These colors are on your screen right now. And like I always say, you don't have to overstimulate your intuition. Your colors, your picture, or your card, whatever it is, it should feel like a synchronicity, a little bit effortless. With that, we will get to the readings. Hi group 1, I hope you're doing well tuning into the channel today. I hope your health is fine. That is the focus of our reading. Immediately I'm getting for you that you're extremely disciplined and focused upon providing for those that you love, those that you care for. I'm also getting from Sun God that if you've ever thought that, oh my God, what do the people around me think of me? Do they think well of me? Then yes, the answer is yes. They really like you. They really not just like you, they admire how much you can take care of them, the length to which you go for them, even though they might not say it, even though, see, this is coming through as much of a higher self thing instead of like them immediately getting it. So even if there are people around you who are in their ego and feel like you're not doing enough for them, they actually do realize that you are the one who nurtures and brings a lot of I'm getting not just like mothering quality, but this is like peaceful harmony, the required fun, like joy as a medicine, joy as nutrition. You're the one who's bringing all that in. Okay, so other than that, we will be taking the marbles to first have a look at your chakra system. Okay, wow, this one's super interesting. We need to be focusing on our root, our throat, and our solar plexus. What happens with our root interfering is our fear about the world, which includes, let's say, I'll give an example with politics going on these days. When there's a threat of war, and let's say there's a regime or somebody in governance whom we don't like and we feel because of them we will be in trouble, that also creates a root problem. Okay, so you might have that you're not sure whoever is governing you is because that's coming in as a problem. But this also translates into the micro everyday life where it feels like you don't have somebody who takes responsibility for you. You feel alone, you feel abandoned. And when that happens, you don't feel secure enough to state your opinion and do what you want, because you feel like if I make a mistake, nobody is going to take responsibility for me and somebody will actually punish me if I happen to say something wrong. Let's say and when I say you say something, expressing something, your throat being interrupted, it means that you are ashamed sometimes and even afraid to take on certain creative projects, creative leaps, or to make big changes in your life, such as moving cities, changing jobs, dropping your education goals. All of that becomes a what should I say, it's a point of fear, so you don't do it very easily. So yeah, that's one thing that I'm noticing. The other thing is there's a lot of balance as far as like, if that is the part which is being stuck, what's flowing very freely are the connections that you have with spirituality, your spirit guides, angels, and I also sense a lot of forest spirits around you, plant spirits, animals, as well as I'm getting ancient ancestors, as well as druid and a little bit of Celtic energy in this group, which is very strongly with you. And they're saying that you've done an amazing job in connecting with us and your individuality. They're saying that, I don't know why, they're saying whatever was broken about your identity, it won't feel broken anymore. So it's like they're fulfilling this sense of individuality where you are at least feeling complete in who you are, your personality, your characteristics, your choices. You are very confident in them. Okay, so that is where our energy chakra system is at. Let me put this on the side for you. I'm also getting a little bit of a focus on let's see, your sacral, like something about doing yoga, because we are focusing on the physical. So something about doing yoga which makes you feel like in your sensual, sexy energy. So for all of us, men, women, between, beyond, it's very important to work on our hips and our thighs hips, thighs, and I would say like the lower abdomen, the muscles there, in order to feel very competent in our sexuality. It doesn't just improve our sex life or our sensual parts, but it also really improves how confident we feel in ourselves. And you can actually, let's see, I'm probably going to get some food as I go along with the reading, but first things first. Let me take my body healing oracle deck to see which parts of your body right now need a lot of attention. And as I do this, as I shuffle the cards, I'd just like to say, guys, thank you so much for watching the channel, for your support, your comments. I'm able to make my videos consistently and really be able to be with you guys, because honestly, you make me feel so comfortable and supported. So like, I'm really just very grateful. And if you're new, hey there, welcome to the channel. I hope you really have a good time out here. Okay, we're going to start with this. We have testicles. Talk about, see, I told you I don't play around. Okay, no, sometimes I play around, but right now I wasn't. There is an influence in your genital region, which is trying to, I would say, not just improve itself, but it's in a lot of ways trying to strengthen itself, strengthen how much active it can feel. Like when we feel sexually active, or we feel that okay, so like we might think that it's just our food or like our creative drive or our solar plexus, which is responsible for making us feel energetic, but that's not really the case. Oftentimes it is our sacral section. One second. So it is when our sexual organs, it's when our hormonal sex hormones, they're doing well. That is when we feel extremely creative and energetic. And most of our energy, especially for women, for men it's equally as much, but the cycle for men and women is very different. But as I was saying, for women, your cycle, if you track it, you will find that there are periods when you are just more productive, and it just happens because our hormones really dictate how much work we can actually do out in the world. And that's because our main focus for the body, not for our spirit or our mind, but for the body, is to keep us fertile in all areas. And that starts with our organs. So that's where you have to put a lot of attention. In that respect, I do see that for some of you, your immune system and your sexual organs are directly connected. So if anybody is going through an immunity problem, like it could be an autoimmune disease, or it's just that in general you tend to catch flu, viral pretty easily, you need to pay attention to that, because it's not just that your immunity is weak, it really is bringing down the amount of energy that you're feeling in day-to-day life. So that being said, I am going to take your oracle cards further still and focusing on, like, this wants to stay behind. Actually, there are two of these. Am I taking them? I'll take one of them, and one I'll just shuffle through. And guys, thank you so much, by the way. Like, hey, I already said that, right? Sorry. I'm just so loopy. Let every cat out of the bag. First things first, what Sun God really wants you to know is that their energy, Sun God energy, is that nothing stays hidden. So they really want you to know that whatever you're trying to hide, its ultimate destiny is being revealed. No matter how hard you try to hide things, being hidden is not one of the rules of the world. It doesn't stay hidden. Some way or the other, things always do come out. Now, they're saying this in a very positive aspect and not trying to scare you or anything, that your secrets will come out. That's not what they're saying. But what they're saying is your hidden aspects, your true desires, your true wants, what you want to feel, the relationships you want to be in, the ideal best friend, the ideal husband, wife, partner that you wish for in life, whatever it is that you do want, it will come out. And during this time, allow yourself to chase and look after it and like cry about it if you have to, express without feeling that it's a sign of being desperate or it's a sign of losing control. Okay, that's coming forth very strongly for this group. We also have too many ideas, same as no idea. This is actually one, they are saying that this might feel like for some of you, actually some of us, I feel this message is for me as well, that there's often kind of too many ideas, feeling like oh my God, like, I don't know which one to follow, which one to go after first, like, what should I do? And feeling overwhelmed by the extreme amount of thoughts that are going inside my brain. And you might have that same thing where it's like, I'm thinking so much, but I feel numb, really, and I feel like I'm not actually doing any productive thinking. They're just saying, focus on the next task and the next 1 hour. That's all you need to do. Focus on the next task, and like, whatever helps. For some people, it really helps to break it down, but for other people it helps to be spontaneous. I'm telling you, this thing that, oh yeah, break it down into bits and parts, it doesn't work for everybody. For some, it will be like, we just are going to go with the flow and see what happens. So that's what they're saying, though, that focus only on the next task. Don't think even about tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Don't do that. Like, think about today. Even if it's like 8 p.m. in the night, maybe your next focus is to go to bed and sleep properly. Yeah, focus on that. No shame in that. No task is small. Every task is important. You do any small task with your true devotion, in a way that you lose yourself in that task, even if it's like trying to rest properly in bed, it gives you the strength to do 10,000 other tasks. Okay, so that is what Sun God is trying to say here. I kind of wanted to do a bit in this reading where I could like figure out which sun god you are connected to, but I'm doing this in a rush because oh my god, guys, 1 second, all my cards are, yeah, so I'm doing this in a rush because I have to head out again. Like, your girl, she is always traveling, not traveling in the way like I'm going back and forth between my home and where I'm doing my college. So yeah, anyway, we got this for you. We have the Queen of Charisma. Again, the very first message that I got, that people see you as one of the most nurturing presence in their lives. And if you feel that you're not doing enough for people, this is Sun God kind of reassuring you that in your thoughtfulness, in your kindness, compassion, and in the vision that you hold for humanity, there is so much that you have already done. And you might not be meeting the kind of standards that others set for, oh yeah, this is what it means to be productive. This is what it means to be creative and caring. You might be doing caring your own way. You might be expressing love in your own way. So what if others can't see it? And I totally resonate with this because my love language, I am not able to sometimes I have difficulty expressing my emotions because I have severe emotional trauma around saying my feelings out loud, because I would like get snubbed for it a lot. But my love language does include like physical acts, like acts of service, or like giving a hug if that's possible. And maybe sometimes people don't get it, sometimes people expect me to be more verbal, and even if I can't do that, doesn't mean that I'm not giving my 1000% in the ways that I do care for people. And it's the same for you. We also have the King of Intelligence. They're also saying that there's intelligence, there's actual proper method to how you love people. It's not just like a haphazard sense where they're saying that it's very thoughtful the way you look after people. You're the one who perceives what they actually need, what their likes are, what their dislikes are. You're not just loving because, oh my God, I'm a loving person, let me hug everybody in this room. It's like, if somebody needs a hug, you'll hug them. If somebody needs a handshake, you'll give them a handshake, not forcefully hug them. You really understand, you have the intelligence to understand people's specific needs and actually take care of them that way. So this is just like a confirmation. And also they're saying that if you want to build a career around this, like around your there's definitely the empathic ability to understand other people's emotions, but there's also the intelligent ability to understand what a person is lacking in their life. It can be translated into a bit of a psychic gift where you can look at a person and tell them, hey, listen, I think you need this and this will help you. So that's just one thing. We also have the World. They're definitely signaling the ending. It feels like the ending of a particular chapter in your life. Let me see what this is about. Okay, so they are saying that this is the end of a particular, like a negative pattern. It's specifically in your job or your education. This is the ending of a pattern in how you engage with your finances, because you're going to be making money in a more practical way. Practical, when they say practical, they mean that you're going to deal with the world the way it has dealt with you, where you might have been extremely ethical, extremely disciplined, like in all the ways you were just 1000% honest in how you were working. And they're not saying that you're going to be dishonest, but you are going, if the world is, full of trickery around you, you have some tricks up your sleeve that you are going to use to engage with your job, education. Even if it's like, let's say, you don't study. The biggest example that they're giving me is like, instead of studying the whole book, you're just referring to notes and giving your exam and still scoring like 100%. So kind of like that. You're taking it easy on yourself, basically, when you're becoming more practical with your finances. There's another card for you, 10 of Charisma. 10 of Charisma is the 10 of Pentacles. Guys, I told you. I had not seen this card before. I just took it from the top of the deck. Okay. Anyway, not justifying my super duper psychic powers here. So you guys are dealing with money in a much more positive sense, where you're like, I do require money to fulfill certain needs, and I'm not going to shy away from all the ways in which I can get this money into my life. I am an ethical person, but I'm also a smart person, and me waiting for money has been, it feels like you're stuck in a cycle where you keep waiting for money to enter your life, and now you're like, wait, this cycle has to end, and I'm going to be the one ending it. So like, FUCK everything else, whatever tricks, whatever methodologies I need to use in order to get money, I am going to use those. Let's take one final card. Cult leader. This is you're in the cult leader mentality, where the cult leader is like, I will say anything to get people to believe that I know what I am about. And you're like, I'm going to be the same. Because honestly, I feel like you have met with a lot of cult leader like people who are tricky, who who like blow their own horn. They're like, oh yeah, I'm great, and now you're like, fudging hell, if everybody gets to act great, so do I. Such a solar energy. Actually, this is solar energy. I actually love doing sun readings, because it's like, it's livened. We also have red flag. Yeah, again, they're saying it's like there are certain idea you have about yourself that, oh my god, if I do this, I might be a red flag. And now you're like, I'm going to be the reddest flag this town has ever seen. I love that for you. Oh my god. Maybe this is my, okay, well, I don't, nothing. I was going to say something very suspicious. I was going to say, I actually am feeling very healthy. And I don't feel the need to be a red flag. But trust me, guys, there are times when I'm like, red flag, I'll be like a red banner. I purposely create trouble in people's lives, and I'm like, I've had enough. So anyway, that's why I was laughing. That's the reading that I have for you. I hope you liked it. If you did, please do like and comment and subscribe. It definitely helps my channel. And even if you cannot do that, I'm so grateful for your presence. Thank you for letting me talk with you in this time. And yeah, I hope we get to connect again soon. Until then, namaste. Take care. Hi, Group 2. I hope that you're doing well tuning into the channel today. I hope that you're taking care of health, because right now I feel that all of us need to focus into our physical bodies and see what's going on in our mind, our brain, literally our brain. Meditate, take more healthy oxygen, and just get some exercise, because that's the focus of the Lion's Gate energy right now. For you especially, I feel a very strong connection with the Lions and the Lion Gate energy. I think this portal is working wonders with your body. If you're falling sick during this time, if there's some form of medical issue that's coming up, it is a form of spiritual cleansing, because spiritual cleansing usually is accompanied by some form of physical changes in the body, and often in the form of illnesses or lethargy, or sometimes even overactive. That happens sometimes as well. I'm getting a lot of energy from Sun God, connecting to their energy in the form of Sri Narayan, and mostly Sri Narayan. They are saying that you have a lot of discipline when it comes to creating a difference in the world, and they want you to anchor in more and more into that energy of yours, which when it looks at they're saying certain global issues, when you look at them and you're like, dude, I cannot let this just happen, whether it's, whether it's child trafficking, whether it is feminist issues, whether it is issues related to the LGBTQIA community, whether it could be anything else, racism, casteism. There's all kinds of oppression that's rampant today, and you look at it and you're like, I cannot stand by, and while I'm alive, I will create a difference. For you, it could definitely be animal, because I get a lot of animal activist kind of energy within this group. You also have like a very sacred pact with Mother Earth, and all spirits, all souls who have a sacred pact with Mother Earth, sun god loves them so much because sun god is like super damn protective of Mother Earth. Okay, so they just saying that, just like a bit of information too. Maybe that made you smile, that yay. Okay, and they are also emphasizing here that you are somebody who will make a difference. Just remember that your strength is your belief that this world can be a better place, and that you will be somebody who will make it a better place. Okay, so now we're going to look at certain physical ailments. Okay, everything looks pretty good. Actually, there's a lot of alignment that's happening within your root, and then this is your solar plexus, and this right here is your third eye, which is actually a very interesting placement because it is the placement of power. It actually shows that all the things that are imposed upon you as fear, limits, you you should be afraid of saying this, you will never be able to do that, all of that, you take it up to your solar plexus, where you actually do something about it, and then you get more clarity in your vision. Okay, let me find a accurate example. Okay, imagine this. You're a student and somebody has just told you, oh my God, you would never, ever, ever be able to crack this particular exam to this university. And you're like, heck, no way. How dare you say that? I will show you that I can crack that exam. So you work super hard. So the imposition of the fear is the root, working super hard, you going, heck, I will crack it. That's your solar plexus. And after you crack it, having the realization that once you put your mind to something, you can do anything. That's your third eye. So that's the alignment that's happening again, where life can be pressurizing you into feeling that, oh my God, you can never do this, or you are helpless. And you're like, heck, I will not be somebody who just sits by and lets life happen to them. I'm going to do something about it. And as soon as you do that, you're like having this massive third eye expansion, where you're like, wow, I'm so powerful, and there's clearly there's this distinction here where you are rooting more and more into spirituality, where you're like, how can I get inspiration from my gods, my spirit guides, from spirituality? How can I get strength and more information as to where am I headed in my path? Because you're becoming so very proactive during this time, which is really highly appreciated. And at the same time, they're saying be open to guidance, because you're going to receive a lot of spiritual information during this time. So yeah, they're just super glad to see that you're shining your light the way you are. We will take a further look at specific areas of your body that need attention right now. I'm getting, for most of you, it's like your heart region, your chest that needs it. So I'm getting a lot of breath work, like pranayam, meditative breathing. I'm also getting the Wim Hof method for you. It's going to be very important for your health, overall health. I'm also getting sunbathing, but take proper, use sunscreen, okay? Sunbathing, and for some of you, moon bathing. I'm also getting that it will be extremely healthy for your body if you allow your body to be freely, absolutely naked. You don't have a lot of clothes on and you're just roaming around. That amount of freedom is actually going to boost your physical immunity, your strength, and everything else. Wow, interesting cards. We have ears, and we also have the pituitary gland. Pituitary gland is it's like the sibling of your third eye. One second, let me put it. It's so amazing how the ears and pituitary gland are connected. When our pituitary gland or our third eye is going through an expansion, our ears usually start ringing a lot more. During this time, if there's some form of, I would like to say, ringing in your ears, or you have pain in your ears, obviously you need to get yourself checked. During this time, the lighter gates, any any physical ailments, do get it checked by a professional. But speaking as somebody who spiritually looks at illnesses, if you do something, get something in your ear, it doesn't go away even after a checkup. The doctor's like, we don't know what's up. Make sure that your ears are covered, okay? And during that time, you have to sit down and listen to that noise inside your brain, basically that static, because you're getting a lot of channeled messages in with the pituitary gland here. They're also saying that it's going to be extremely healthy for your brain right now, for your pituitary to be stimulated before your pineal gland, that is your third eye, opens, before you can see visions of the past, present, future, other dimensions. Your pituitary gland opens up, and what helps the pituitary glands are things like sacred geometry, things which are mentally stimulating, solving puzzles, problems, jigsaw puzzles, stuff like that. So keep your scramble, what is that, scramble, crossword, puzzle, all of that. So keep your brain really active, keep it active, keep it stimulated. Your brain is going to thank you. And trust me, with you guys, I definitely feel that as long as you're mentally doing well, which means you're taking care of your eyes are cool, and I just saw somebody put a couple of cucumbers on their eye, like cooling their eyes, and putting a nice cooling face mask. There's something around cooling your face and covering your ears and just taking care of your mind, keeping it stimulated. Your entire physical body starts doing well. Now, the next thing that we will be taking is the Rainbow Brain Skull Oracle. This is actually a gift from a very beautiful friend, not just a friend, she's a guardian. Oh, I love her so much. I wonder if she's watching this reading. This one? Okay, this one, another one. Nope. Oop, this one. Love that. Okay, let's see what we have out here. We have throw stuff at walls, see what sticks. If nothing sticks, hang out in the fire. I actually got this card for myself a couple of days back. When I was just like out of ideas, I was like, what the heck am I going to even do for the I was out of topics basically. And then they said, you know what, do whatever comes to your mind. That's why you must have seen that I'm experimenting a lot with my topics. And they were like, try every single thing. One of these things, they will stick. So off late, yeah, my views have been like not very stable. Sometimes, yeah, the video works. Other times, like I get like very little views or whatever. But I do get a pattern of what it is that is my strength as a reader, what it is that people like about me. And I just want to say that use that as a metaphor, my own life as an example, because that's how I'm, being encouraged to put the message forward. Whatever it is that you're doing in your life right now, the message from Sun God is pretty clear that keep doing random stuff. One of these things is going to work out. Every single day, wake up, be productive. Be productive with the vision, the same feeling that I am going to make a difference in the world. Do one thing, then tomorrow do the other thing, then the next day do the third thing, and one of these things is going to be the secret to your success. It's going to happen, guys. You have to have that faith in divinity. We also have, not all who wander are lost, but yes, I am. Yeah, exactly. This is what they're saying, that you know what, in the process of creation, we often feel so very lost, and we feel that it's some form of like weakness, or like we are so stupid for being lost. Why isn't anybody else lost? Why are we the ones who are always in a crisis? But they're just saying that when it is that you are lost, when you are in the void, that's where you don't have any options, and you start like, you start flapping around like a fish, throwing fists at everything. You start doing everything you can, like like the options that you did not consider before. Whatever was holding you back, it goes away, because you don't have a choice to be anything but extremely like productive. Like you don't have a choice, not productive, but you don't have a choice but to try out everything at this point, because until then our ego comes in and is like, oh, you won't try that, that's not you. Oh, don't try that, that's like it's bad for your image. Or don't try that, your like parents don't like it. And then when you reach that void, like you hit rock bottom, you're like, heck, we're ready to try anything to live the life we want and to make the kind of contribution we've always imagined ourselves making. So that's what they're saying, that it's good to be lost, because it's that portal which gives you the opportunity to actually try everything shamelessly. Okay, so now what we're going to do is take your tarot. They're immediately talking about certain strengths. They're saying, like, when I say they, I mean the sun god. I refer to them as they because they are all entities. They're not just a single, like when it's sun god, it's not just like one sun god. It's like literally multiple sun gods, from different mythologies and stuff. So they are actually talking about certain strengths. I did see this card flip out for you, Devil. This was also in group number 1 in case you want to check it out. So one of your biggest strengths is that you are able to take something poisonous and not actually get infected by the poison. They're sort of giving the example of social media and how there's like a ludicrous amount of nonsensical content which is being created. While some people fall for that kind of content, you are somebody who's so self-aware, you don't fall for that stuff. And they're saying that that is something not just admirable, but that's the strength that you have. And somewhere or the other, you can leverage this for your business, your education, basically they're saying this is not your financial pursuit, it's more of a life purpose pursuit, right? So even if it's like a spiritual calling, this card, the Hangman, because it is like you don't immediately trust whatever you are seeing, or if somebody offers you poison, you're not immediately like, okay, I'm not going to try it ever. You see it, you study it. It's like your nature is to study everything. So somebody offers you something negative, before you launch into judgments, or you are like, oh yeah, I'll consume it, or oh yeah, I'll reject it. You're like, let me study this, let me see what all it does. And they're saying that it is from venom that anti-venom is created. So it's when you confront negativity, you do understand that in the long term, this is all that can be done to get rid of the negativity forever. And in that way, people start respecting you, looking for you for advice, for guidance. And maybe if this is professional, the more you confront the negativities within your profession, the more you'll feel that clients come to you for solutions. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing that's coming forth, to like look at the negativities within whatever it is that defines your life purpose, because looking at it and dissecting your negativities, you're going to have a eureka, breakthrough moment with how you are going to further pursue your life purpose in terms of career, wealth, etc. We also have the 2 of charisma, and we have the 6 of strength. There's so much around life purpose in this particular reading for this group. They are saying that you've known all along that no matter what profession, what career you do, no matter how much money you're making, even if you're a millionaire, you're going to be one of the humblest people out there. Your purpose in life has always been, how is it that I can make other people's lives better? How is it that I can help improve the present moment for those that surround me? And they're saying that during this process, you might have this feeling, or you might have this tendency where you neglect yourself completely. So either you become a complete martyr where you're absolutely neglecting yourself so that you can take care of others, or it can come out in this way where you feel that, oh my God, nobody takes care of my needs. And then you get like, you lash out and you're like, oh my God, I'm just going to focus on myself. I'm going to be selfish. And they're saying that it's a bit of a negativity to overcome, where you have to tune in to really, and again, this is the Lionsgate portal, like the current energy, it just change. It doesn't changes. It's like it gives multiple wisdoms before it, gives the final message. So the message for today has been that you have to focus on yourself as much as possible in order to complete all that it is that you are here to fulfill in terms of your soul purpose, life purpose, your soul mission, all of that. And that's why you first start with taking care of your physical body, because that's the very first instrument. Like you can neglect your mental health, you can neglect this and that, you neglect your physical body, you'll be dead in one single day. And like that, those are hard facts. Same with mental health, because mental health is equally fragile. You don't take care of your mental health, even if you're not dead, you feel like you're dead. So these are the things that you have to take care of. You have to take care of yourself if you want to take care of those around you. So that's what they're saying, that there has to be a balance between how much you are giving to yourself before you, kind of go into a mode where you're like blindly giving out to others, because they are saying that you have that capacity in you where you can blindly give out to others because you have so much to give. But for now, you've got to focus on like absolutely pouring your own cup, filling your own cup, basically. It's going to take some final messages for you, group number 2. I don't feel like whoa, that just jumped out. And we have the tinfoil hat, and we have feral. Do you see how both of them are like cats? They're really saying that this Lionsgate portal is going to be very, very activating for you, because first of all, what's going to happen is you're going to receive a lot of like spiritual downloads in a way where you'll be like, oh my God, how did I not realize that this is what's happening in my life? How did I not take an action towards this before? And then you'll get angry, not angry, but you'll be like led to do a lot of sudden physical action, like moving cities, changing jobs, talking to people, confronting people, really taking major action towards improving your life. And they're saying that this is completely fine. If you find yourself being erratic, then it's a sign that, yeah, the Lionsgate portal is giving you the activation energy that it's supposed to give you during this time, because that's the trend with you. They're showing me that you realize a spiritual truth, and then you look at the world and you're like, oh my God, this is what's going on in the world. Oh my God, so I had like a blindfold on me this time. And then you're flinging that blindfold off and you're like, heck, now that I know the truth, I'm going to make some changes in my life. And you're going at it like a warrior. So super strong, super special energy. I really hope that if this energy meets you, it does only the best for you and those that are around you. And yeah, honestly, this is just immaculate, perfect energy. here is where I will wrap it up. If you liked what I said here, I would really appreciate it if you could like the video, if you could comment your experience, and oh my god, yeah, like, comment, subscribe. It really helps my channel. It actually really does help my channel. And even if you can't do that, guys, it's completely fine, because I love you and I'm really grateful that I did get the chance to speak with you right now. I hope we get to connect again very soon in any capacity. And until then, namaste. Do take care. Hi Group 3, I hope that you're doing well tuning into the channel today. I hope that you're taking care of your health, of your body, and not neglecting anything that could require a medical checkup, because I'm really encouraged to tell you, and I should have said it in the other groups, but I didn't, any medical issue that comes during this time, please pay close attention to it. I am not somebody who feels that only spirituality is the way to cure things. I feel we need to always mix the expertise of different human beings, because everybody has a role to play. So do see a doctor, and yeah, I am here to offer spiritual insight on the same. The first thing that I'm getting for this group, that sun god, they are trying to say, and when I say they, I mean multiple sun gods from different civilizations. These are mythologies, but they're really based around the energy of the sun. So all kinds of mythological figures do come in. So I will be referencing to them as they. So they do want to tell you that right now you really need to focus on making a difference in your own life. With the father energy, you do have that, you hold the fort down. You know, it doesn't have anything to do with the gender, but you are somebody who holds the fort down, who makes affairs happen, you manage things, you're like the lead chef in the kitchen. But right now they're like, forget the lead chef role, cook something for yourself, for your health, and eat it all alone in the company of, I don't know, maybe your cat, your kitten. There's like a cat, kitten. We have a lioness right here. So they are saying that this is a time to actually spend with your own self, because they are saying that you have been out of touch with yourself for a bit now, taking care of other people, taking care of responsibilities. These responsibilities can, even if you're living alone by yourself, you still could be taking a lot of responsibilities where every day you wake up, you clean your house, you clean your dishes, you're just taking care of your house in that case, or taking care of your room, or taking care of stuff, or something along that line. It's just that you've not had time to live in the joy of your own existence. The other example they're giving me is of somebody, let's say you're going through a depressive phase. If you are, I'm really sorry. I know what that is like. But even in that case, you do end up taking care of your negative thoughts in the way that you're listening to only the negative thoughts. You're trying to figure out how to get out of it. You're in that sadness. But right now, it's the time to make a difference in your own life. Choose how you can get out of these cycles, which could be depressive, which could be I keep working for other people, which could be overthinking, overworking, anything. It's time to break a certain cycle. There is an energy of like Celtic folklore, Celtic energy, and I felt that in the first group as well. So maybe you want to check out the first group. Before that, I am going to take these marbles for you to see what's exactly happening in your chakra system. Whoa, okay, one of the marbles fell down, and this one right here is your solar plexus. This is this is because you've been overworking. Even if you feel you are on bed doing nothing, there is a sense of overworking, burnout. Maybe it's just too much thinking somewhere, watching too much screen time, whatever it is in your life that you feel is excessive, whether it is excessive rest or it's excessive work. Solar plexus imbalance is about something being excessive in your life, and that it needs to go away. So that's the first thing that I am noticing. I do see that these two are aligning together, and that you are encouraged right now to spend more time with your spirit guides, with God, faith, really falling back into your childhood self. What is it that made you feel that, yeah, this world is a beautiful place, you want to live in it, you're lucky, you're grateful to be in this world, whatever phase of your life you felt lucky to be here, to tune into that, because it was during that time that you were very much connected with your spirit guides. I'm also getting for you that these are interesting spirit guides. They are not like mythological characters or something, or like ancestors. These are like unicorns or fantastical people, like maybe TV show. Okay, TV show guides are a real thing, because there's a realm, I call it the bridge realm, or the fantasy realm, just the bridge realm, where you do get TV characters who will become your guides. So this could be somebody like Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean. So it's time for you to connect with those interesting people. That's the biggest message that I'm getting here, because there are a lot of fears that you have around your own existence, and it is these creative, imaginative beings who are very real. They will be offering you some very solid solutions. So whoever these interesting characters are, they are acting as your guides. Please do connect with them. Other than that, I do see that you have to work a little bit on making sure that your bowel movement, basically making sure that you are pooping at the right time. I'm going to be very straightforward, because there's something around like your anal tract being very clear, and if it is not clear, you feel a little heavy, and that needs to be taken care of. The other thing here is throat, and it's going towards the amethyst, which means that right now, I would appreciate it if you could make sure you don't catch a cold or a throat infection. Make sure that your tonsils are doing okay. Have warm food. As it is, it's like a transitional season. So during this time, you can catch a throat infection. So be very careful about that. The other thing that I want you to take care of is your sex life. Like, don't just have reckless physical intimacy with people, and at the same time don't keep yourself sexually deprived of something. Engage in things that make you tune back in to your sexual self. I'm also getting like a lot of red food that you're supposed to be eating at this time, so that's there. Red, as well as like a little bit of yellow food. Red and yellow, like a mix of that, is going to be very important for you. Okay, so if you feel that you need further guidance on this, feel free to comment. I'll make sure that I channel specifically for you and mention it in the comment section. Right. Whoop, whoop. I went for the chaotic shuffle this time. Okay, this one. Yep. All right. Let's see what we have here. We got 3 for you, but I'm not going to take all 3. We have mammary glands and we have spine. Let me put these this way. They are again actually talking about whatever you're releasing from your body. They're also saying that if you have certain skin infections, it is because what you're eating directly, it's the oils or the fat that's there in it, it's not very good for you. They're also asking you to take some protein which is not very heavy, like heavy protein like red meat. Maybe really cut back on that. Don't eat it. They're actually asking you to not eat meat for a bit if you are somebody who eats meat, and instead of that, lean on easily digestible protein, which could be like egg whites. If you're a vegetarian, then you can switch to tofu, because not everybody can have dairy, so I would say paneer, but don't do that. And small amounts of cheese would also be good for you, but more sustainable, more, I would like to say, easily digestible forms of protein is what's. And avocado, I just saw avocado as well for you. Spinal health, you do need to do some stretching, yoga, getting outside. And I'm seeing a lot of like bending over, like maybe you're bending over a book, bending over your laptop, bending over, like just, I see a lot of like your neck is bent over all the time. And there's like, like they're saying, keep looking up, keep stretching, stretches related to your neck right now are excessively important. Okay. And when I say all of this, you might feel, oh my God, like how is this relevant? Just start doing it. You will start seeing certain miracles unfolding in your life right now, because it is the Lionsgate portal's intention to show you how powerful your body can be if you pay the right attention to it. Now, the next thing that I am going to take is the Rainbow Brain Skull Oracle deck. As I shuffle these cards, I would like to say thank you so much, everybody who's been tuning into the channel, who's been supporting me and complimenting me. Honestly, I feel so blessed to have you guys as a part of my spiritual journey, because no jokes, we are in this together. At least I am sharing this with you, and it just makes it all kind of easier for me, it really does, because otherwise going on your spiritual journey, it can really be an isolating kind of an experience. So thank you so much. We have, if you know you out there, get out there. Okay, this is so interesting. They're saying that, look, now and then when I say they, again, sun gods, they're saying that now and then you might have this feeling that I feel so lonely. Oh my God, and I was just talking about that. Yeah, you might feel I'm so lonely. Like everybody out there, they're doing something that I can't resonate with. There's nobody like me out there. Where do I belong? Where do I fit? And then your guides are like, if you feel that there's nobody like you out there, go out there, present yourself out there, because just like you, there is your soul family looking around for somebody like you. If they spot you, then they will at least have you. So imagine if all of the people in group 3 put themselves out there, you will be able to find each other. Right now, you're sitting in your own isolated places, not intentionally. I'm pretty sure that if you are isolated and not able to put yourself out there, it's because of wounds, it's because of suppression, it's because of rejection. It just doesn't happen out of like, oh yeah, I just want to be in my cave all the time. It doesn't happen like that. It happens because of wounds. But they're saying that it's time perhaps to step outside, so because that way you do make yourself a little visible to your soul family, which could potentially be out there looking for you. Look at that, see, show up. I didn't see this card, by the way. I did not see this card. I just had it in my hand. I was waiting to see what this would be all about. And show up. This is what the thing is, show up. And I just saw like a premiere for a movie, and you feel like dressing up, for that movie. Like, how in Avatar, Barbie, people were like cosplaying when they were they were dressing up like the movie when they were going for the premiere. And they're like, do that kind of stuff, not just for the movie, but like dress up, show up, because your energy, when you express it that way, other people are going to know, oh my God, this person is totally like me. You guys are going to be able to spot each other, so that's the biggest message here. That's what I like to say. That's what the sun gods are saying. I feel like I'm speaking super fast in this reading today. I actually am in a little bit of a hurry because I have to go back to university very soon. Yep. And before I do that, I just wanted to make sure that I have enough YouTube videos for you guys to be tuning in with the Lionsgate, because I feel that the Lionsgate is so important. And as a Leo, I feel super responsible during this time. So anyway, let me take some more cards and see what else comes up for you, group number 3. I also feel that the number 3 in itself is very important. Number 3 and 11, like 11, 11, 3, 3, 3, like these are the few numbers that I feel have some form of like special significance for you. We have the 4 of charisma. They're talking about your strength, the strength in isolation, the strength in keeping things to yourself. They're also saying, please don't share all your plans. Like if you're in a very happy, healthy relationship, you have found the woman, the man of your dreams, or whatever, anything of your dreams, a job, a place, keep it to yourself. Don't share it to everybody. It's a part of your strength that you reveal your cards one by one. It's going to lead to some form of like a profit if you choose to reveal your cards one by one. And instead of like, don't be in a rush, don't be too excited to share certain things, because people tend to take advantage of your gleeful, happy energy. When people see you in happy energy, they can sometimes trick you. They don't do it intentionally, actually. Nobody does it intentionally. They're just doing it because they're not aware of that behavior. But you just want to be careful of that, right? We also have the Knight of Strength. Knight of Strength is the Knight of Wands. I also get for you that, whatever you perceive your strength as, like whatever you think that, oh yeah, you know what, this is my power. They're saying that, let me find a proper example. Okay, so the example that I got is, imagine you're a pastry chef, right? And you're the best pastry chef, but you're like, you know what? My best dish that I make, the best thing that I make is a cheesecake. And the sun god is saying that actually, you know what, group 3, you haven't discovered what you do best yet. Like if you are still a pastry chef, like, so whatever job you're in, whatever profession you're in, that profession is right, but what you're doing best within that, you still have to discover it. Like at least there's 2 things. If you think that, yeah, I can make, the best thing I can do is make cheesecake, the sun gods keep saying, no, there's something more, there's something else. Like if you think you can make the best cheesecake, you can also make like the best apple pie or tarts, because there's definitely one more thing which you can do as well. So that's a very interesting message that is coming forth. I don't know what that is for you, but that's what they're saying, that that's why there's the Knight of Strength energy, Knight energy instead of the King energy. Knight energy is more like, let's go explore a little bit more. So explore within your own professional field, an avenue that you haven't tried yet, it's more like you already have tried this avenue, but you don't pay much attention to it. You think that, yeah, I have it figured out. There's no more progress for me within this particular area. Like, for if I have to give an example, so I'm like, yeah, I do tarot cards well, and that's it. But I already do work with crystals. So, but I don't work with them where I'm like, yeah, I'm satisfied with the amount of work I put into the crystals. I don't need to put in more work. I'm satisfied. But that's what they're saying. Don't be satisfied with an element of your profession, because there's a lot of expansive growth within that particular aspect or element of your profession. Super interesting message, actually. I really love that, because I feel like that's definitely a message for me as well, somewhere or the other. I see these two. Actually, I see three. I don't know how I'm going to fit them in, but we have the devil. The devil has shown up in all three groups, all three groups. So interesting. We have the devil and we have the 10 of intelligence. Yeah, they're actually talking about a particular pain point here. They're saying some sort of like a reality check has happened with you recently, where it feels like a reality check, but it's a false reality check, where something has convinced you to let go of a project or let go of a relationship or something. It's just that something has convinced you to let go of something, but your guides are coming in and saying that you actually try it for a second time. I'm not going to say this for a relationship, especially if it was toxic, but a job perhaps, because I'm getting a lot of professional vibe from this group, or a creative project perhaps. They're saying give it another try, because the current feeling of loss is it's an illusion. It falls, because your purpose in this life largely, oh wow, we do have the 6 of charisma, yeah, because your purpose in this life is to be able to overcome obstacles in such a way that it serves as a breakthrough. Like, once you overcome this obstacle, nothing around this kind of vibration can ever bring you down again. And at the same time, this is the place which will lead you to discover what it is that you can do best, but you still don't know. Yeah, that's what's coming forth here. They're also talking about certain like a social group or something. I don't know why they keep referencing a company, that you still have something to do in that company, or you still have something to do with that client. You might have to push yourself, which is often the case, in order to like truly connect with the client. And this time around, however, you will be much more careful. It could even be, another example they're giving me is like a breakup. Like, when you break up with someone or you cut cords with someone, you have this kind of argument, and what happens is that they say a lot of stupid stuff to you, but you don't say back because you want to be the better person. They're saying that they don't need you to be the better person. Actually go out there and speak out your mind, because it's going to lead to a massive release. So if there's somebody out there whom you don't want to talk because you're like oh my god, I've confronted them and I just don't want their energy, they're saying actually try to speak with them, because if you're able to tell them your truth, it will definitely feel like a release. And by the way, this is not an encouragement to like stir up trouble. What is it? What is that called? When you dig out zombies? I don't know. Digging out graves. Yeah. Let the sleeping dogs lie. Like, if it's an issue way back in the past, then don't do it. Like, this is something which should lead to a release, not create drama. Being very specific. Yeah, look, jealous. Because somebody out there, they were being very mean to you. Actually, they were being very, very unfair to you. This is like a clear disrespect that they showed to you, and you have to confront them, because if you do not confront them, then this level of this sense of disrespect, it continues for a really long time. However, if you do confront them, it's a moment of self-empowerment. It's a moment of feeling undefeated, guys. So please do this. I'm really encouraged to say that there's something that you feel that, oh my god, I really don't want to deal with this, but they're asking you to go back and deal with this, because you deserve justice in that situation. And we have land back, which it's actually one of the most positive cards in this oracle, and it talks about the fact that you're actually someone who gives a shit about being responsible about, like, being responsible about the earth, being responsible about humanitarian values. Wow, my candle just finished. This is the end of my candle and the end of your message as well. But yes, you are somebody who cares about things that are going away, morals that are disappearing, the kindness, the love, respect that people used to show to each other but don't show each other anymore. And it breaks your heart to see that that's been the pattern. And when you do confront somebody who, whether it's your boss, whether it's a friend, whether it's a client, whatever it is that you've left behind, whether it's a failed professional pursuit, you confront it again with a lot of strength. It's going to lead to a lot of empowerment, which will reveal to you once again that there's actually a lot of truth in your heart when it feels that something is right and it deserves your energy. The biggest example I want to give you is like standing up for something like global warming, standing up against it, standing up for forests which are being demolished. It's worth it. It's really worth it. And sometimes we feel, in these cases, we feel so defeated and helpless against the system that we feel like it's not worth it again. But just confront it a couple of times. And this does remind me, I had a recent conversation with one of my friends, and she was very angry at me because, I'm pro-Palestine. Actually, I vouch for their freedom, because right now the hostage situation is actually very painful, and you don't even treat prisoners like that the way you're treating human beings who've basically no record of a crime. At least it's not recorded legally, so you legally don't have a right to be abusing them in the manner that you are doing. And then I had an argument with her about it. Well, she started it. Look at me, I'm being a kid. I'm like, she started it. But well, anyway, she initiated the conversation, and I just said that, look, it's not about me being pro-Palestine. It's about stopping the hunger, kind of genocidal tendencies, the hunger abuse that's happening. So it's about stopping that. And then that argument, it extended for 3 days. And there was a point in those 3 days I was like, oh my God, this is giving me a headache. But then I felt that, look, dude, what's happening in Palestine, it's worth standing up for. It's really worth standing up for. It's worth getting a headache for. And so I went back and I continued my argument. And honestly, I felt so empowered in it, in my knowledge about Palestine, in my own moral values and belief system. And I feel something similar around it doesn't have to be activist. It can be something related to your job, how passionately you feel about your art project, how passionately you feel about creating sustainable clothing. Whatever it is, this is your own fight, and you really need to give it that try again. So this is where I do end the messages for you, group 3. I really hope you liked it. If this was of value to you, I would really appreciate it if you could like the video, comment your experience. It really helps my channel. And if you're new, please consider subscribing. Either way, if you cannot do that, I love you so much. I'm grateful that I get to speak to you like this. And I hope that I can channel for you again very soon. Until then, namaste. Do take care. Have an awesome Lionsgate.